in Mexico. You heard about that plan, right? That's an alternative to the Panama Canal.
Really?
They land ships on one side in the Pacific, and then they go to Veracruz on the other, and they have a railroad in between.
Really?
That's all built by China. Hey, you guys don't know about this stuff? And there's another plan that goes through Colombia. Same thing with the railroad.
We have to depend on you for all this stuff, correct?
Oh man!
But tie all that together. Why would China want to be doing that?
Well, it's a war for resources because China is like needs resources. You know, China doesn't have a lot of resources. Like they have some resources, but they don't have all of it. Like oil is an important one, right? I mean, yeah. So like, look at Japan, right? Look at what Japan had to do to get resources. Japan has no resources. China has some resources, but even they are limited with the population they have. They can't even grow enough rice and soybeans. They need our soybeans. They actually they countered the tariffs with saying like we're not buying American soybeans anymore. Why would they do that? The reason they do that is because they cultivated relationships in South America. They can get soybeans from Brazil. See?
Think about it, yeah.
And you know, Xi Jinping, he came to Iowa when he was a kid. Like not a kid, but he was basically like a young adult. They had a delegation to come to Iowa, cultivate relationships with farmers in America, and that's how they got that. That's why soybeans are so important to farmers right now, because we ship most of it, if not all of it, to China.
I didn't know that. What is soybeans used for? It's one of those
feed for and to make tofu. Basically, they need it for their diet. They'll eat tofu. They need it. That's an important part of the diet, and to make so they need the feed to make pork. So Chinese love pork. Pork is their number one meat. So they're gonna feed them corn and soybeans. Yeah. So they'll need our corn too. Corn is big business, as well. So both corn and soybeans are very important. And you know, I mean, if you look at the map of China, right, you don't see the hills and the mountains. Like it's not a plain. It's not a flat plain, right? America has a nice flat plain. It's easy to farm. If you go to China, what will you see? Everything's a hill.
Oh yeah,
everything's a hill.
Yeah,
it's really hard to fucking farm. That's really the problem. They can't make it more efficient than they can already. They can try. Maybe they can make up new technologies or whatever, but still, the land is not conducive to support their population. They need to import food.
Craig, yesterday I did a Nigerian credit check. I don't know if you saw that. I had a Nigerian call in, and I said, well, damn, let me put him on the phone with another Nigerian to do a credit check on him. Craig, you know SBF is in prison, right? SBF? Sam
Bankman-Fried?
Yeah. And damn if he didn't do an interview, Craig. Did you hear about this?
So where are you?
How
Yeah, I'm in MDC Brooklyn.
Can you guys see this in the audience, by the way?
In a
what the hell?
How long have you been there?
I've been in prison for about what's it been now? It's been about 2 years.
So what's it like?
It's sort of dystopian. You know, the fortunate thing, the place I'm in, I'm not in physical danger. And you know, frankly, a lot of the staff, they're trying to be helpful. They're trying to, you know, do what they can given the constraints. But you know, no one wants to be in prison. And you can imagine what happens when you take sort of 40 people, you know, all of whom have been at least charged with crimes, and lock them in a single room for years on end and throw out the key, which is the most trivial things become all that people have left to.
Hey, Craig, I don't think the video is showing on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah,
man, what is going on, man?
I just happen to be monitoring it in studio, and I can see it's not showing. Shit is fucking crazy, bro. Let me see if it's showing now.
So how are you sharing it? You're just sharing the screen?
Yeah, like normal.
Yeah. I share videos. I don't share screen. They'll take more resources.